Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going over how to spend your tax return this year the smart way. My name is Vince and welcome. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn more about money and how to win the money game, make sure you start by hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers ASAP, and I want you to be the first 100 to let me know who's really gonna rock with me. So if you're watching this video, it must be tax season or it's near tax season and you're getting ready, you're excited. I know you are, because you about to get a large sum of money direct deposited into your checking account. Or if you're old school, you know, you're probably getting a check in the mail from the government, and it's going to be a decently sized check or deposit straight into your bank account, because on average tax returns are about $2,000 to $3,000, and you're excited. I know you are. Everybody gets excited around this time, because about time Uncle Sam paid you back. Because look, you gave him money all throughout the year, you let him borrow some money from you interest free, and he's finally giving you back some money. Not all of it, but some of your money back. It sounds like a scam or something, right? You're giving the government all your money and they only give you a percentage of it back. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, what do you do with the money that you do get back this year? Last year, you probably spent it, you probably blew it because you were trying to impress your friend on IG who's always flexing all the time. I don't know, maybe you put down a car payment on a brand new car. Maybe you went and bought a new designer suit, a designer bag. Maybe you got you some new shoes. Maybe you went and got yourself a watch, a nice watch, or a nice bracelet, or something like that. I don't know. You went last year and you splurged on yourself, and this year you just want to make smarter, wiser decisions. Well, good thing you ran into me, because I got a few wise ways to spend your tax refund as long as you stick around to the very end, and I guarantee you'll be well on your way to reach your financial goals this year, starting with your tax refund. So let's get right to it. You already know what time it is. It's time to stop playing and get your money right. Number one, okay, on how to spend your tax refund the smart way is to start an emergency fund or replenish an emergency fund. 70% of people have less than $1,000 in savings. I know that sounds bad. Hold on. But wait, there's more. 40% of those people do not have enough to cover a $400 emergency. Luckily, you're not one of them people. I know you aren't, because you're watching this video. But there's a bunch of people out here who are struggling, who can't even cover a $400 expense. I know it's hard. It's a struggle. It's hard to get your savings up. One thing I know that's going to happen is emergencies. They say not if, but when an emergency happens, all right? Because you always have to be prepared for something to go down. You never know. I remember one time I was borrowing a friend's car. They were cutting grass outside and a rock hit the window, and it completely shattered the window. Crazy. It's something that you don't expect, but it's always bound to happen. Start this emergency fund. If you start this way, I'm telling you, you put your tax refund into an emergency fund or to a savings account, you're gonna be well ahead of most people out here. And better yet, you're gonna have a peace of mind knowing that you don't have to go and break your neck trying to scrape up some money to handle an emergency. Just recently, as a matter of fact, there was something wrong with my transmission in my truck, and it was going to be a $3,500 fix. All right, and I didn't want to pay this $3,500, but luckily I had the money saved in my savings account in order to go and pay it. All right, so it wasn't like I had to go and go into debt and scrape up some money. I had it. Instead of it becoming a hassle, it just becomes an inconvenience for me, and I went ahead and did it because I know I can get that money back. Okay, number two way of how to spend your tax refund the wise way is to pay off debt or pay your bills. Start by paying back the people that you owe. I understand you don't like paying other people, but you have to. It's something that's holding you back. Okay, you don't want this holding you back no more. On average, people have about $4,000 to $6,000 in credit card debt, and the average APR or APY on those credit cards is about 19%. So that ranges anywhere between, on a yearly basis, your debt increasing from $760 to over $1,100 in just interest payments. You want to go ahead and get rid of this as soon as possible so that you don't have to pay people back and put that money that you're paying other people back into your pockets. And when I mean back into your pockets, not spending it, but saving it. The same goes for your bills. We all know how it feels to not have to pay bills. Go ahead and you pay your bills forward a couple of months. You won't be sitting around stressed, worrying about your bills those next couple of months. And we all know how it feels to be stressing each month about the bills. Like, rent really is due every month. Like, it's crazy. So go ahead and pay it forward or pay it off or something for the rest of the year. Whatever the case may be, go ahead and get rid of it so you don't have to worry about it and be stressing over it. The number one killer of people with stress and the number one cause of stress is money. So go ahead and kill that stress, all right? I don't want nobody dying on me. Go ahead and kill that right now. The third way to spend your tax return the smart way is to invest in your future. 15% of people have no retirement at all. 10% are confident that they'll have enough money. So only 10% of people are confident that they will not run out of money. 45% of all people will run out of money in retirement. Okay, so the numbers are already against you. Don't let those numbers play against you. You want those numbers to play for you. So go ahead and change this scenario right now for yourself by starting today and investing. The more time that you waste, the less money you have. They say the best time to plant a tree is right now. So go ahead and plant that seed so that in the future you'll be able to bear the fruit of those trees and enjoy retirement and sit under the shade of that tree in retirement instead of trying to scrape a few leaves together to get under. All right, that was a bad example, but you know what I mean. Don't rely on nobody else. Don't rely on the government. Don't rely on pensions. Don't rely on the state. Okay, rely on you. So let's look at how it would look if you go ahead and started this. You started with $2,000, which is the average amount for people. Okay, if you invested that $2,000 and you put it into an account that, let's say we know the future. Okay, it's not guaranteed, but we know the future, and it's average 8% over 20 years, and you contributed just $100 every month to that account. Okay, you would end up after 20 years with about $68,755. Now let's do the same scenario. If you invest that way for 30 years, then you will have about $170,907. Just from a 10-year difference is more than double itself already. Now let's say you have a little bit more time. You got 40 years to invest into your future. Okay, if you're young like me, you're able to do this for 40 years. After 40 years, you invest like that. Look at this. Check this out. You will have about $397,647 in retirement. Just a little bit of difference in time makes a big difference. Set yourself apart from everybody else. Most people are not going to be able to have this when they retire. $300,000, $400,000 is a good start. I'm not saying that you're going to be able to live it up in retirement, but you're going to be living way better than most people who have to go back and get a job. Go ahead and get started today. Today is the best time to start. The best way to do this and to start is by setting up a Roth IRA for yourself. This is good, especially if you got a bunch of time, because it's after tax and it's not taxable in retirement. So if you set this up right now, there's many apps and websites and things to help you set this up, but the few that I have at the top of my mind is Betterment, M1 Finance, Ally Invest, SoFi Finance, Vanguard. Okay, that's just to name a few, but go out there, do your research with low fees. Okay, that's the key, low fees. The number 4 way on how to spend your tax return the smart way is invest in yourself. So there's an unlimited amount of ways to do this, but just to name a few, there's higher education. You can go back to school, you can go get a college degree, you can go get a master's, learn a skill, you can go to trade school, start an online business, learn skills through YouTube, podcasts, newsletters, you name it. There's plenty of ways to learn things through books, audiobook. Oh my God, there's a plethora of things to learn from and to build your skills and knowledge. Applied knowledge is powerful. Apply that knowledge. Take the knowledge that you've learned and use it to build yourself and build something for yourself. The return on investment for investing in yourself is exponential. You can have anywhere between 30% all the way up to 1,000% and beyond, based on how lucrative the business or the idea or whatever you teach yourself how to do is. For example, let's say you take that $2,000 and you invest it in yourself with YouTube courses and online courses and books and audio and podcasts and going back to school. You work hard, you actually apply everything that you learn and you build it from the ground up. you can turn that into a $2 million business. I recommend that you do this if you got all your other bases covered, if you out of debt, if you got a savings account saved up about 6 to 12 months, if you got all that in order and your bills is paid on time, go ahead and invest in yourself, because you will love yourself later. Now let's get to number 5. Okay, you're gonna love me for this. This is the bonus. This is something that everybody's gonna love, I guarantee you, because most people don't tell you this, because most people are sticklers. They want things to be, you know what I mean? If you're not doing it this way, then you can't do it. A lot of people are like that, but I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be like that. So number 5 way, and the best way to spend your tax return, is the wise spend and splurge method. This is the best of both worlds, because you get to spend wisely on yourself and you also get to splurge a little bit. You don't have to be all into investing in yourself and buying books and investing in your future. Okay, you can put a little bit in each one of those categories if you got everything else handled, and then splurge on yourself. How I like to break it down and how I do it is basically like this. 80% of my tax return is going to go towards wise spending, okay, setting myself up for the future, replenishing my emergency fund, and 20% is going into splurging on myself, getting myself something nice, you know. For example, let's take the $2,000. 80% of $2,000 is about $1,600. So take that $1,600 and spend it wisely. Then the other $400 you can splurge. You can do a bunch with $400. Trust me. You know, you can use $100 a week to go do something, take care of yourself. Maybe take yourself out on a date or something, you know. Reward yourself. This is the money that you worked hard for all year. You gave away to Uncle Sam, who didn't give you interest back on it. This is money that you wasn't expecting or normally getting anyway. It's okay to reward yourself. I know y'all are relieved to hear this one, because most people just tell you this, and nothing else. It's okay to splurge on yourself. You know what I mean? It's going to allow you to keep going on this journey. That's all I got for y'all today. Go ahead in the comments, let me know, how are you spending your tax return this year? Are you using one of my ways, or are you just saying, man, Vince, bump what you got to say, I'm gonna do what I want? All right, just tell me down in the comments, let me know. And if you enjoyed anything in this video and you learned a little bit of something, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and then hit the notification bell. That way you never miss another one of my videos again. Till next time, stop playing and get your money right. And remember, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and most importantly, love yourself. Peace.